What is going on out there, peeps? Okay, man, you guys got some good comments under this one. I told you guys we watch what they do, not what they say. Look at this gold. This is in its own personal vault of the Rothschilds. That's the actual picture, believe it or not, is what I understand. We're going to get into that in just a second because I do have some interesting news for you guys regarding the quantum financial system. All right, we're going to talk about that. Before we do, please hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so because when you do, it helps out the channel. We got Pimpy's investment chat. It's the same name as the YouTube channel. Over here, we talk about investments, gold, silver, cryptocurrencies, as well as foreign currency investments, no politics. Bring the politics over to here, the hidden things in front of your eyes. We talk about QAnon, NESARA, GESARA, current events, politics, 9/11, false flag events, the whole 9 yards. Just be respectful of one another. Over here, in case you don't have Facebook and you got Twitter, come join me on Twitter. The link is in the description. So let's get into this. Alrighty. Oh yeah, if you're considering, right now is a good time, you guys, buy on the dip. I'm kid you not. The market has dropped down. I did a video. It just so happened that as soon as I did the video, the very next day, it's heading towards where I said, the rumor is that they're going to try to get this sucker down around $1,800 an ounce for gold and somewhere around $20 an ounce for silver. They sure to hell are trying. So talk about buying on a dip. This isn't a dip. This is a drop. All right, this is a major drop. So the link is in the description. Right now is the time to add to your collection in a big way. If you're new to money metals, and you buy more than $100 worth of precious metals, please use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and get a free ½ ounce of silver. Let's get into this because I do have some news, and I think when you guys bring it up in here, actually. So, Buffett, Rothschilds, is that Ray Dalio's? Yeah. And pension funds moving to gold. Something is brewing. Yeah, there's more people moving there than you know. And this is what a lot of the people are talking about, and even I mentioned. How are these people moving in such large amounts of money into gold? So it's not just physical gold and silver, they're also moving into the stocks. So for those of you guys asking me, hey Pimpy, do you think the crash will affect stocks? No, it's going to respond the same way gold and silver does. So if gold and silver goes up, so do the stocks. Think long terms. That's what they're doing. They're positioning themselves for benefiting off long term. Okay? All right, so obviously the more gold and silver they pull up, the more money they get because the value of gold and silver has gone up. So it's safe to move in. Remember I was telling you that there are some stocks you can move into. All right, not ETFs. Do not go into ETFs. Do minor stocks. There are some stocks you guys can go into that will do good in crisis, and minor stocks are one of them. All right, you guys watch my stock watch. I didn't do one yesterday. I could just sum up for you really quick. I got my ass kicked. So of course, so tomorrow if it keeps going down, it's gonna look really bad. Kick back the chair and ride it out. Hold, hold, hold. Keep on stacking. Exactly. Exactly. I love how you always having a nice cold beverage. I am actually have one right next to me. You got to understand that when I'm talking all day long, I'm doing interviews, I'm doing videos. You know what I mean? It's like so I'm constantly drinking because or I'll start. I have this weird dry cough if I do it too much. So it's because I have the AC on in my house. Gold could go to 400 in June 2021. Why I like to see it. Going back to the gold standard is going to happen. We can see it all in the movement. Yeah, whether the United States does it first or not, it's definitely heading in that direction. It's safe, sound money. Notice I said money. Oh my God, Pimpy, I'm Polish. Calling my friends right now. And I know who that is. It's Anya. Hi, sweetie. Yeah, you seen that big plane, man. That's a lot of gold. All right. I thought the Rothschilds were arrested and the assets were seized. Yeah, so yeah, I heard that rumor too. So let's compromise on that since there's no proof. Either way, let's just assume for the sake of being guarded that they have not yet until we hear the major announcement coming out. Thank you, Pimpy. Usually the big dip indicates the run. Yeah, this is, so here's how we tell. If this dip stays down here, Bronco, yeah, for like a month or two, then we know damn well it's getting ready to take off. All right. I don't know if it's going to take that long. The average, according to the historians, and you look at the chart, it usually lasts 3 to 4 weeks, and only one lasted about 2 months. So what I'm saying is this: look, don't let it fool you. Hang tight, because it does this major dip, stays there. What they're doing is they're shaking speculators. You know what I mean? Amateurs. They're hoping to scare you to get you to sell. Don't. You ride this bad boy out, okay? Most probably after the election. I see October, a wild ride. Yeah, man, I don't know. Something's coming up in October. And I'm talking about in a lot of different ways. Lots of different ways, man. There's so many different areas that I'm covering right now that something's up in October. So it's going to be interesting. Yes, yes, yes. I bought a good bit of silver. Also bought some foreign currencies last month. I have some popcorn, and I'm ready for the show. Yeah, we all are. So hang tight, you guys. Hang tight. A lot of you are doing good. In the first tip, you guys were panicking. I had a lot of messages to respond to. This time around, you guys knew it because I put that video out on Sunday, and I didn't. Trust me when I tell you this. I put the video out on Sunday. I did not realize that the move to put us down around 1,800 on gold was going to happen the next day. That's just a quinkydink. But I was listening to the historians talk about looking at the graph, studying it. They're saying usually before a huge takeoff, you will see this happen. And everybody was saying that you're probably going to see gold get down somewhere around 1,800 and silver around 20. And I was like, ooh, yeah, that's a pretty good drop. And lo and behold, it's starting to get there. All right. Charlie Ward did say he'd be involved with he's been involved with moving gold around. He did also say each country is getting their gold back. Yeah, there's a lot of them. As a matter of fact, all of them. Okay, guys? So there's no doubt about it. They are all making a move. All of them. All the banks right now are making a move. There's nobody that's an exception. All of them are. So you know something's up. Excuse me, but that's our goal. You can't hide it. Yeah. Talk about that picture of the Rothschilds. Yeah. This is the time everyone to stack like their lives depend on it. And I was anticipating it dropping for the end of September. Stack, 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 like your life depends on it. Yes, all manipulated, all manipulated. Yes, it's been there's no doubt about this, Scott, right now. It's obviously manipulated because, again, the gold and silver is not decoupled, and as well as cryptocurrencies from the stock market. The fact that they're all moving in the same direction, to me, is a huge red flag. So something is happening. Again, we got to ride this bad boy out. So buy right now. Buy now. Buy now on the dip. Why are banks allowed to buy gold? They won't exchange it. They hold it on their ass. Okay, so they have a list of assets. They put it there. So what they're doing is they're hedging. They know something is coming up. They know it. So what they're doing is protecting themselves from a market crash. So the more gold they have, when we reset the values of gold and silver, then the banks will be liquid because they own gold. You see what I'm saying? Gold helps the banks to be liquid. Got it? We could walk into any of these banks and exchange our fiat currency for billion. Can we? No, you can't. No, that's not there are some bullion banks, but you're not a big dog. They only deal with the big dogs. You could just go buy it from some of these websites and stuff like that, or your local coin stores. But yeah, the banks own it because they're trying to be liquid for when the time comes. Will they eventually be forced by the feds to offer it in exchange? So if we go to the old school gold standard, yes, you should be able to swap your currency for physical gold and silver. That's how it works if we go to the traditional gold standard. Now, if they only revalue gold and silver, that's different, all right? So we got to make sure we know the difference between the two, okay? If not, we shouldn't be allowed to buy it. Or they shouldn't be allowed to buy it? Yeah, they do, because they're just protecting themselves from a crash, and that's what they're doing. They're paperback debt instruments, and they got rich. Yeah, that's what they do. Unfortunately, sorry, that's how it is. Unless we raise the hell up, start doing something about it. I mean, in a vicious way. I'm sorry, people, but the only way you're going to ever stop this is if people are dangling off the end of ropes, and you turn them into examples. that the world can see on TV. I know that sounds brutal. Sorry. But they're never going to stop doing this whole New World Order movement until some of them start getting removed publicly on TV. They're not going to stop doing what they're doing because they control everything, literally everything. Question. People say buy low, sell high. How do you do that with physical gold and silver? Is this just stocks? No, you can do it. You can buy high. I mean, buy low, sell high. Go to your local coin dealer. They do that. Your local bullion dealer. I mean, I could do that right now on Facebook. I told you guys I had a situation, had a part with 400 of my ounces. I literally put on there. It was like just under, it was like $14.25. I think it was, or $14.50 is how much it was going at the time. So I put on there, I want to sell all 400 at $15 each an ounce. And literally 15 minutes later, a guy bought them all. Just one guy bought them all. That's how easy it was to do that. So it's not hard to do. Physical gold and silver, you could do that so easily. People will buy it. You know what I mean? Thank you for sharing the information. XRP might be excellent investment as well. What is your opinion on this, Pimpy? So again, XRP makes me nervous because of the people behind it. But there seems to be this worldwide push to make XRP bigger than where it is right now. I'm not a fan of XRP. I don't like the people behind it. But I will tell you guys this, that doesn't mean you shouldn't invest in it. Okay? So maybe you should invest into it and find a window of opportunity, because I don't trust cryptos at all. But I do have thousands of dollars in them. So here's my thought process. Look, there's a window of opportunity in which we can benefit from it. And I think we're in that window now. So if you believe that XRP is going to make a move, and I said this the other video, I was thinking about buying $1,000 of XRP, even though I don't like it. But if I could benefit from a bump on that bad boy, then I'm going to jump on it. And everybody is talking about it now, but it's not moving. All cryptocurrencies right now are taking a huge dump, just like gold, just like silver, just like stock. That's the issue that I have, is that they're all moving the same direction at the same time. This is not right. This to me appears fake. All right. So let's see where we are. Look at gold, almost to 1,800, like I talked about. Silver, 22. I told you 1,800, $20. Let's see where cryptocurrency. Oh, cryptocurrency is going back up. Right now is the time, you guys, man. If they're going to go back up, look, they're going up right now. Buy them on a dip. Those are really, really low. There's a link in my description. If you want to jump on cryptocurrencies, go on ahead. Really, look at it, 22 cents for XRP right now. Okay? So there's a link in the description. It'll take you to Coinbase if you want to jump on these bad boys as they're going up. Now keep in mind, cryptocurrencies are volatile. There's huge swings both ways, but they're already low and going up. So right now is a good time to jump on some or add more to your collection. All right? Again, the link is in the description. Great advice, as always, Pimpy. I've dipped into the gold and silver market on your advice. Keep the info coming. Many thanks and best wishes. I appreciate that, you guys. I'm telling you, man, this is truly a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. You won't realize it until after it happens. Right now, a lot of you guys are standing on pins and needles. I get it. Some of you guys are like, man, when I first bought, I'm down tens of thousands of dollars. I know, so am I. But I'm trying to tell you, I'm not just blowing smoke up your ass. I'm not worried about it. Really, I'm not. But I've been buying since silver was like $11. So cost to average, buy now, why it's cheap, versus when you bought high. And then when you average out the cost, you'll see then it costs you less. So now is the time, buy on the dip. They're obviously using the comics to suppress the prices and load up and get people to sell off. That's exactly what they're doing. Pimpy, I wish I could kiss you. Thank you for all your awesome help in such a confusing topic. You are very welcome. I'll just take it like a virtual kiss and kiss you right back. I appreciate the love. If he gets $1 billion from $1 million, bet we can get $1 million from 100,000. It'll be more like $1 million from 100,000. Is what it would be, not 1,000. Do you see what I'm saying? Because if you compare $1 billion to $1 million, all right, it's 100 times more. So you would need 100,000 to get $1 million. So no, what that person is saying, they're betting on. What they're betting on is that gold to hit $4,000, which is not. They're saying 700%, but it's not. That's not 700%. Is that right? Let's take a look at this. So where are we at right now? Let's say 19 just for the sake of it. So 1900 times 700%, is that right? Yep. So 13,000. Yeah, okay, so that's what this, look, that's where we talked about before. That's about the range. So this person is just talking about what we're talking about on a debt clock. So yeah, I mean, that's what they're betting on. And that's not like a risky bet. I mean, seriously, it's not at all. When are those bankster criminals going to be taken out? When we get tired of it and we stick them on the end of ropes. Other than that, they're protected. They're in a protected class of criminals. They're all part of the same crime syndicate. Thanks, Pimpy. It's nice to have these updates to provide some temporary bright spots amidst the ongoing battle and darkness. Here's still hoping that October's surprise is the RV and maybe Wiener LT release. Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, I think already we're seeing some things like right now. October's coming up. Man, I don't know. Look, there's no guarantee on what's going to happen on Gold and Silver in October, but there's a lot of talk. There's a lot of talk about what's going to happen during the IMF meeting. So I'm very curious. Pimpy, for my silver to reach 700, the price will be 19,000 per ounce, not 4,000. Okay, so just so you know, they were talking about gold. So, and I think this is wrong. Price would have to be 19. Nope, that's not right. Let's take a look. So gold right now is $24 an ounce, let's say, times 700%. Is that right? Good Lord. 24 times 700%. Yeah, there you go. I was going to say that seemed too high. So 700% increase means you would need $168. Let's do it again just to make sure. So it's at $24 right now an ounce times 700% or 700% increase, $168. All right? Is that right? Yeah. There you go. Sevenfold. Yeah. All you needed to do is get up to $168 to be 700% increase, or sevenfold is what that is. Can you justify the gap? No, this it's wrong. They're talking about gold. This is gold, not silver. That's wrong. The 700% the guy was betting on is not silver. He's talking about gold. So it would have to get to, like I said, it's at 1,200. Let's just say, again, 1,200. That's if gold dropped down to 1,200 times 700%. Yeah, I mean, that's being super conservative, man. It's not going to get there, man. It's at 19. Let's do it right. So 1,900 times 700%. That's more realistic, all right? There you go, 13,000. That's gold, not silver. Silver would be 168 for sevenfold. Okay, you guys? You got it? If I made a boo-boo, I guess you guys will let me know. Pimpy, I know you see the price of silver today. Maybe the correction phase is in effect. Yeah, it's not just a correction phase. It's more of a manipulation phase is what they're trying to do. I sent you a message on Facebook Messenger. I'll have to check it out. Thank you. Silver is down another 6%. You know, this sounds crazy, but when I see gold and silver drop like this, I know I actually get excited a little bit. I do. I know a lot of people out there are nervous and are panicking, but I know what's going on. I'm like, yeah, good. Because that means I could buy more gold and silver cheaper. I do. I literally get excited. I know it sounds terrible, but I'm trying to add to my stack as much as possible, man. The more, the better. You guys need to do whatever you can to add to that stack, all right? You keep going. Silver is down another 6%. Overall 15 from its high. Buy on the big dip. Yeah, this is more like a drop than a dip. It is doubled right now. Keep dollar cost average way down. That's how you do it. Yes, William, exactly. Keep cost averaging way down. Buy when it's way down right now. Buy. So then your overall cost for all your silver is much cheaper than when you originally bought it at a higher price. Good call. Yeah. For me, though, it's kind of hard because the vast majority of them or when I bought it was around $11. So yeah, but even so, overall, I'm doing pretty good. Then the last time they switched currencies, it crashed gold. If I'm correct about that, then when it switches to the new system now, crash gold again. So what happens is whenever a new currency, and it takes a little time, it doesn't happen overnight. It does happen fairly quick, like with months. So what happened is once we make that move, when we find out whatever the new currency is, and they've made the adjustment, then you go ahead and you want to sell. You don't want to sell all of it. You want to continue to always hold it. I made plenty examples of why. Look at the Rothschilds, 261 years, they just keep adding to their vaults. You guys now need to start your own family dynasty. Start teaching your kids right the hell now. Right now. This is the time that if you hand them gold and silver in an inheritance, it's not to be spent. It's there to protect them. Not to go snort coke off hookers' asses. All right? You know what I mean. All right? So, yeah, it does that. It does it every single time. So gold will hit a point. But again, when it drops, it doesn't drop as much. It doesn't crash. It drops from where the high is. It goes down a little bit. It makes an adjustment, but it doesn't go way down. But even so, you want to get it at its maximum peak is what you want to do. Hey, Pimpy, why did you delete my post regarding silver? I don't delete posts, so I don't know what you're talking about. Anywho, not all countries will be able to fully back their currencies, economies with gold. Meaning silver will act as a secondary currency backing. It does all the time anyways. Go to these countries with gold, and you will live like a king. Yeah. Yep. There's a lot of these. Dude, I'm looking at Bali right now. That's a beautiful, beautiful place. It's amazing how good your life is at $500 a month. I'm not even kidding. Beautiful house on the beach, food, utilities, everything for $500 a month. Yeah. Yeah. You know what I'm thinking? We can have one hell of a pimpy party with all of our houses right next to one another in Bali. How do you think this will affect minor stocks? I actually just talked about it earlier. So again, they are right now coupled with the market. Don't believe it. Hang tight. You don't want ETFs. Not at all. The stocks will go up with gold and silver. They absolutely will benefit from it. If you think about it, when it goes up, so does the stock. I was thinking of transferring some of my standard stock shares to minor stock shares. Also, did you see the update on GFS's Charlie Ware? So the global financial, okay, so let's talk about this. Shared yesterday, it mentioned that the price of gold, no, it's not going to be irrelevant. It'll never, ever, 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 did I say ever? Ever be irrelevant. Ever. Ever. 6,000 years of history. Okay? It's not going to be irrelevant. So the global financial system. So here's what I was going to tell you guys. I told you guys there's no way to prove that this is real. Until we're able to prove it, I just don't think it exists. So for those of you who go, Pip, you don't have no insight. I do have insider friends. We talk about different things. So again, I was finally, months later, I haven't talked to my friend in a long time. He's been very, very busy, as you guys could probably see, in the Middle East. There's a lot of peace agreements. So anyways, when we finally had time to catch up a little bit, I said to him, because we always talk geopolitics. I don't get into currencies. He can't tell me anything about currencies because he doesn't know anything about currencies. We just know about geopolitics. And we're friends from a long time ago. So anyways, I just said to him, hey, do you know anything about this global financial system, this currency financial system, the quantitative financial system? He goes, yeah, the QFS, the quantum financial system. He goes, yeah. I go, the last time him and I knew about it, but I didn't know if it was working because before it had glitches, and I told you that. They couldn't get it going, but that was years ago, and I said it might have been fixed. I don't know. So I said to him, I said, so the last time we talked about this thing, there was a lot of glitches. He goes, it still got glitches. I go, yeah. He goes, but it's up. And I go, what do you mean? He goes, yeah, it's up. It's running. And I said, are you kidding me? He goes, no, it's, so you guys, I will do a video on that, but I don't have any proof. That's what I don't like. This is me and my friend talking. So I thought I would share this with you. He said the global financial system or the quantum financial system is real. I said, okay, of course I know it's real. He said, there's a couple of still little minor glitches, but it's actually running parallel at the moment. I said, so that is true. He goes, yes. So having said that, believe it or not, what Charlie is saying about the system running parallel is actual. That's true. All right. So I don't have anything to share with you to prove that. Until I had confirmation myself, I didn't consider it accurate. All right. I'm sharing this without proof, which I'm always hesitant to do, but I just thought I would let you guys know that indeed there is a quantum financial system. It is running parallel right now, but that's all he would tell me because there's nothing really to talk about at the moment. All right. So there I am once again letting you guys, giving you updated information, telling you that the quantum financial system is real. I already knew it was real, but it had issues. And I told you guys that in other videos. And until I could prove to you otherwise, I didn't want to share the information. Now, having talked to my friend and my buddy about it, yeah, absolutely. He said, yeah, it's there. And I said, okay, good. So I'm sharing it with you guys. I will do a separate video altogether. Okay? What had happened to Charlie Ward? What is the quantum? Okay, so the quantum financial system, again, is a new type of banking that's supposed to be rolled out. The details are kind of shoddy, to be quite honest. Okay, so let's wait till all of it comes out. I can tell you that it is out there. It does exist. Told you guys before that I heard about it before, but I heard there was a lot of bugs. I didn't want to say anything because I had no proof. I didn't have anything that I could share with you. I try to avoid sharing information with you guys unless I can prove it or give you guys a link so you could see for yourselves. But in this case, I don't want to wait. There is nothing I can show you. I can only tell you that indeed it has been confirmed for now, okay? Hey, Pimpy, check out the National Quantum Initiative Act. So the National Quantum Incentive Act is about us going into quantum technology. Okay, it is. And there's again, quantum technology is something I said has been around or talked about since the 90s. Most of the technology is more focused in the healthcare industry. It really is. And when you guys, I can't stress this enough. It's already been tried. It's had several trials on many levels, and it's so far so good. It's going to change the entire medical field in a lot of different ways, including healthcare, because things are going to be done in real time. I think it's going to make a huge difference in a lot of people's lives. Okay. So anyways, the act, no, the act doesn't say quantum financial system because it's talking about quantum technology only. That's why it doesn't say that. If you read the definition first, it reads the act, the Google, the directions, the committee. So there's a quantum internet that's getting ready to come out that's way faster. Again, quantum technology has been around and it's been tested for some time. It's not the same thing as a quantum financial system. Okay, the quantum internet is coming as well. I mean, there's a lot of information out there about that. So what are you saying here? So directors, communities, subcommittees, and yep. Then you will start to see what could be happening according to who is in the directors or who's appointed them. Yeah, that's really, we need to pay attention to that. Also, if you go to U.S. Treasury website, search all sites, a document, and put in there, what is that? Actually put in their quantum financial system. It actually speaks of it. Yeah, I don't need to do that now. Again, I spoke. Does it really? Because I have to look. Again, I just, my friend is not from the Treasury though. He's in State Department. And again, we talk about geopolitics. We don't talk about a lot of things. You know what I mean? The things I can talk about, things I can't. But nonetheless, I knew about all the peace in the Middle East things happening long ago. I knew they were in the works, I should say. But this is the first time I had a chance to talk to him in a while. And so I asked him specifically about this. He says, yes. So a lot of the bugs have been worked out, but not all of them. But it is running parallel right now. So what Charlie said is accurate, you guys. Okay? I'm letting you know now. Like I said, if I find out otherwise, then I'll share it with you. But I don't have a way to prove it to you. I can just tell you that at the moment, and it's best way to put it is it's being tested. So we'll see. I'm thinking this is the last dip we will see before gold and silver go parabolic. Yeah. I don't know if yeah, it might be. How I'll know if it's the last one is when it stays at this level, goes low and stays there for a little while, a few weeks, and then takes off. That's what usually happens. They're dumping the paper contracts. That's why you guys should avoid ETFs. Get into stocks, not ETFs. Get the hell out of ETFs. Affects gold and silver price. While clearing shelves off the physical, which does not affect gold and silver price. It's a win-win, earned by sorting, then buying them, the physical at the same time. There is a huge demand for physical. Countries are taking back where they have been storing their gold, they're taking it back. Now, I showed you a video from November 2019 when Poland took half of their holdings. That's just half. I don't know what's happened since then. But when I tell you that these central banks around the world are into the gold position, I'm talking about physical, not stocks and bonds. Physical. And this has been going on for a while now. When you see this happen, that should be your red flag that something is coming up. And we should do the same thing they are, okay? Was speaking to my silver man tonight, German. He's saying that it's almost impossible to get a hold of silver bars in Europe now. Yeah, you're not the first person to say that. There's quite a few people. Now, if you guys go in my description, I have links for different countries where you can buy silver and gold. Hopefully, they'll have it for you, okay? I never asked about gold, as I know he is a fair bit of that in stock. Oh, good. Then you should probably move in on it if you could. Okay, so I'll need to stack gold till I'm all out, which is soon. So the reason why I say buy silver if you can't afford gold, because silver will outperform gold. People go, when should I sell it? What I'm saying is, what you should think about is, depending on how much you have, some of you will have enough that when you sell it, it'll at least pay off all your bills. So be very happy. You know what I mean? If you could just at least be debt free, that means the rest of the money that you have, the rest of your life is towards your savings. So think about it. Some of you guys will have enough to where you can be debt free, have a nice amount of money in your bank account, and you should still hold on to gold and silver. Now, what I would do is, depending on the ratio of silver to gold, so right now it's like 70 to 1, 70 ounces of silver for 1 ounce of gold. If that ratio starts getting down to 30, probably closer to somewhere between 25 and 30, or no, somewhere between 25 and 20 ounces, when that ratio gets there, then you want to swap out some of your silver into gold, because gold is less volatile. Silver goes up and down like a child on candy. I told you guys that. So when it does that, then depending on how much silver you have, swap them out. Start picking up ounces of gold, and then you keep them. It's there to protect you is what it does. It protects your wealth. Do like these rich people do. Don't sell it just so you can have a bunch of money and get crazy. Don't do that. Hold on to those coins. I don't care how far it drops down. It doesn't make a difference. It's going to make a correction, but that isn't you losing money. Make sure that when you do sell your gold and silver, that you have enough to live comfortably into the new system. But as far as the physical gold and silver that you have, if you can, you want to hold it and start teaching your children now, and tell them that when they get this in their inheritance, they're to try to add to it as much as possible. Eventually, over time, your family's bloodline will have a lot, and they'll never have to work again the rest of their life. That's what you want to do. So take care of your chillins, all right? Have you heard of the cross-border interbank system, or the QFS account, which will transfer money through a derived phone or computer? This is the new money, which will gold and silver and money transfer will be equal to value dollars to ruble and whatever nations it transferred to. So yeah, I know about it or heard about it. All right, there's a lot of rumors going on about there. Here's the only thing I could say. The details are sketchy. I'm aware of what the system is. I told you guys I heard about it before. Quantum technology is real. I heard about the quantum financial service, but the last I heard at the time, it had a lot of problems. It wasn't working correctly. So I wasn't sure if it was up yet. I wanted to validate that. Usually I don't like doing that unless I can prove it, but I don't want that lingering out too far. So yeah, I was told it's real, it's up. This is their way of testing it. We'll see what that means. So cross-border interbank system, it's already there anyways. You know, the old system's the SWIFT system. The new way is going to be blockchain technology. I'm curious to see what quantum does, to be quite honest with you. I've heard on another channel, it was about Kim Clement, and Indian prophet said, if you can't afford gold or silver, collect rocks and pray over them. Pray over them. God said he would turn them into silver and gold. Talk about stepping up in faith. So again, Lisa, that's funny you should say that, because again, there's people out there going, look, I've been praying over rocks. No. And it didn't happen, is what you're going to say. No. The biggest key to everything is not just praying over the rocks, hoping God turns them into silver or gold. It's praying over rocks, knowing that God has already turned them into gold and silver. So people without faith will just mock this. People without faith will just keep praying, and they'll still continue to be rocks. People who have full faith in God will convert those into gold and silver. That's with anything when it comes to prayer. If Rothschilds are doing a think fast, then what about Warren Buffett supposedly getting out of certain bank stock? Should we believe him too? They're all out of, they sold a lot of their, the only person who didn't bail was George Soros. He sold his other bank stocks, but then turned around and bought a bunch of Bank of America, which ironically is the only bank so far that has not been in trouble. Go figure. But yeah, if you own bank stocks, get the hell out. You know what I mean? So that's it for now, you guys. I just want to come back and do a Q&A on this particular video. All right. So look, like I said, you keep handing it down, and you teach your family that the gold and silver is there to preserve your wealth and to keep adding to it. It only took them 261 years to get this. You can have the same thing in 261 years for your family. Stop being greedy and thinking about yourself. I can see it in your mind right now. Well, how's that help me, dog? You little greedy Gretchens. Stop that. Think about your kindling, all right? Your little chitlins down the line. All right, you guys, love you to death. If you guys like the video, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it. I'll catch you later.